Hello, and thanks for tuning in to another cult horror movie review. Lately, I've developed an interest in the works of H.P Lovecraft, a guy who never got the recognition he deserved while alive. But better late than never, I guess. One of the films that brought his works back to the surface in the later decades is Stuart Gordon's body horror flick From Beyond. Loosely based on the short story of the same name, this delivers all the campy, gory, and disgusting cosmic terror a fan could hope for. But just before we get going, if there's a cult horror movie you'd like me to review, leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let me know your thoughts and feelings on From Beyond. This is from the same guy who made Re-Animator, a flick I really enjoyed, and you can tell this has his flair. Jeffrey Combs is back in the starring role, as well as Barbara Crampton on his side, and actor Ken Foree, star from Dawn of the Dead, plays a police officer. A real B-movie A-list. Combs portrays a scientist named Crawford. He and his colleague are working on a machine to stimulate the pineal gland inside the brain. They believe it'll awaken the sixth sense. Hey, don't ask me, I didn't write this. But the machine also opens up the door to another dimension, and it's filled with nightmarish creatures mankind has never ever dreamed of. From Beyond shares a few things in common with Re-Animator. It has the same director, the same writers, some of the same returning cast members, and involves science experiments and Lovecraftian themes. There also is a certain tongue-in-cheek vibe, a kind of silly campiness sprinkled with a little bit of humor on top. But since this was done on a bigger budget than Re-Animator, the feeling of camp is lighter. Acting-wise, Jeffrey Combs does a good job of portraying Dr. Crawford. After the guy almost gets swallowed up by a monster, he's barely recognizable under all that makeup and prosthetics. He begins to crave human flesh and sucks the eyeballs out of people's faces. And well, as for Ken Foree, it's Ken Foree, what can I say? The guy's an underrated horror actor in my books. This also scores another point with the cinematography. Thanks to whenever the machine comes on, the room turns into bright pink and red. It's pretty cool, and it helps to give that otherworldly cosmic vibe the movie was going for. A critique I do have against From Beyond is the pacing. Sometimes the story is uneven, but I think people remember this best for its terrific special effects. They had 4 different teams working on these, and apparently the production ran out of money before the project could be completed. I don't know how they got it wrapped up, but they did. And don't they look fantastic for the time? A bunch of slimy, gooey, revolting creatures from the other side. This reminded me a lot of David Cronenberg's The Fly and Carpenter's The Thing. It's a shame filmmakers have ditched practical effects and embraced CGI now. It's also a head-scratcher that this made no money in its initial release. It failed at the box office, and I have a hard time understanding why. You know, sometimes the things which were overlooked back then are the things we enjoy now. And I think I'll leave it at that. If you're looking for a gruesome sci-fi body horror movie, then I recommend you watch this bad boy. You will not be disappointed.